Are you ready?
Yep.
What level am I now? It's not that stupidly high. So, I can conclusively say active party members get more EXP than inactive party members, but it's not that big of a value that I'd say it's a problem. Oh yeah, did you see the mithril sword?
No, I haven't seen the
sword. This is the actual Cloudcaster sword.
Oh. Is it made out of lapis or something? It looks really cool. Oh, so mithril is a blue metal then.
Yeah, it's usually like a tealy blue.
I was
or like a cyan.
Mithril was silver, but
in this case, it's more of like a purpley blue. But nah. But yeah, this is apparently, they don't announce it, but it's straight up for sale at this shop. I wish I had known, because I mean, I guess it didn't matter that much. But it was kind of one of those where it's like, hey, I actually would have liked to know that, so the audience didn't just tell me. I mean, it's fine. But if I hadn't been paying attention to the audience, I wouldn't have figured that out.
So, what other side quests do we have before we
We're going down into
Corneo?
the lab.
Oh, right, the secret lab.
But yeah, so for the time being, I'm going to be using Cloud as a caster. I'm not entirely sure what my plan with him overall is going to be, but I figured it would be worthwhile. So what were you up to today, Shell?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
You mean while I was eating?
Oh. That's fair.
Eating, and I watched some Hoarders while I was eating.
I can't watch those shows. There's just something about, like, Hoarders that just make me terribly sad.
It does make me terribly sad, especially because in the episode that I was watching, it was this old man and lady who, I suppose they lived in New Mexico, and there were all these people moving in and out of their neighborhood, and they would just abandon their animals. So this couple had taken it up.
What part of New Mexico?
Oh. I'll have to go back and look at what the town was. But
because I lived in White Rock, and I lived in Los Alamos. And we go to Santa Fe and Albuquerque fairly often.
It was all I remember is that everything was flat and dusty, and there didn't seem to be that much for trees.
So probably not Los Alamos specifically then.
But so they were taking in all these.
I've been getting tremors ever since last night.
Ooh,
roads are collapsing and sinkholes are opening up all over.
So they were just taking in all of these cats. And some of them were even just stray cats or feral cats. But the problem was they were just feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. And they had a garage full of cardboard boxes and stuff. And the cats were digging into their house, essentially. Their furniture, the boxes and whatnot. And so they hadn't kept track of just how many there were. And in all, I think they ended up finding about 40 living cats and about 40 dead ones.
Let's do this.
Or maybe it was 70 living cats and 30 dead ones. It was close to 100 cats, let's just put it that way.
Too easy.
Living or dead. And by dead, it wasn't like newly dead, it was mummified corpses. And I suppose cats will also eat their own. So. And they found out that most of the cats that were alive had terrible respiratory infections that they had to be put down.
Ooh. I know people are asking in chat why you would abandon your animals. And the answer is, it's actually very easy if you're very bored. and you don't really think of them as anything other than a belonging. Nope.
I got this.
People are asking about using chlorine for mold. Oh, it's. I mean, chlorine is pretty dangerous.
Yeah, you don't. You can.
You're
There
done.
are worse things than chlorine to use on mold, technically. But you have to be very careful, because if you mix it wrong, then you got poison gas, and you really don't want that.
Oh yeah, I've definitely heard stories of people mixing the wrong amounts of chlorine or borine or
Well,
bromine.
it's chlorine and bleach together that you really want to avoid.
Yeah, because what you might make it
Let's do this.
airborne and stuff that like off gases
Well,
terribly.
the two of those together specifically, I believe, make.
Yeah, so, but yeah, there have definitely been people that just die because of what they dump in their pools without properly looking at the chemical makeup or
Buzz
following
off.
instructions.
Suck on this.
Come on.
Gotta love it.
Bring it.
And also, people always look to vinegar as a more natural method. I mean, vinegar is highly acidic. The funny thing is, don't
Fry.
molds like acid?
Suck on this.
Don't what? Molds?
I think, no, it's moss likes acid. I'm trying to think of acidity and plants and various growth.
Buzz off. Keep it together.
Need my
But
help.
the short of it is vinegar doesn't kill you.
Ooh, gotta love it.
It definitely has an annoying smell to it, but it's not nearly as bad as chlorine or bleach.
Got a whole heap of land with your name on it.
Yeah, I don't like DIY cleaning. Oh.
We eventually have to spring clean.
Yeah, but like
immensely much.
DIY cleaning,
We have a ton of vinegar, that's all I know. Why did we even get that giant tub of vinegar? Oh, maybe it was for bathroom cleaning. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't like using bleach.
Give them hell.
All set.
My turn.
Suck on this.
Also, funny story about bleach. So, in an old apartment, Wander and I had this
That is what I
tower
call
shub,
teamwork.
like shower tub
I guess.
combo.
yeah.
And the tub, was starting to get some mold around the sides. We're like, okay. And my mom, I believe, had brought over some bleach solution for us, or maybe we had some on hand in the apartment from a roommate or something. So I cleaned out the tub, got it back to being pristine and white. I come back to it, and there are brown blotches all
that.
over the porcelain. And I was freaking out because it looked like it was under the surface or within the white
Anytime now.
porcelain or enamel lining of the tub.
That was pretty damn
And
good, huh?
I looked it
Let's
up,
keep
and
it up.
apparently, if the tub is old enough, or if it's built in a particular fashion, I think, it's actually going to be like iron with a coating on it that's somewhat porous. And if you put things like bleach on it, it actually causes oxidation to occur, and you're essentially getting rust coming through the white coating on the tub. And I found that a way to remedy this, fortunately, was by using hydrogen peroxide. So Wander likes using hydrogen peroxide to clean his ears, and so we had some on hand, and it was like magic. I just poured some hydrogen peroxide on those blotches, and they disappeared. It was great.
I don't think I have any other like miracle cleaning stories really.
Huh?
I don't think I have any like.
You mean you've
never
never had to clean things?
Not overwhelmingly. Just using baking soda for cleaning the house. But otherwise, like, I've never really had any major messes. I know when we first moved into our house in California.
Now, did the hydrogen peroxide work because an oxygen
Well,
atom like transfers
it's
to
HO minus, I believe. And so it just takes one of the oxygens and just turns into water.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it?
Well,
does it
how
have too
does it-
many? I don't remember.
All I know is that one of the oxygens probably binds, or maybe it was the hydrogen. Huh. Yeah, what would bind to the rust so that it makes it go away? But it was instantaneous. Like the whatever the brown that was coming through the porcelain, it just disappeared. So in a way, it's like you're reversing the process.
I don't remember if
You really want to
the terminology for oxide versus.
Get ready. Gotcha.
I don't know.
Oh, so you're pulling the oxygen out.
After
That makes
you.
sense.
Yeah, I'll do it. Stay down, asshole.
It's over.
I was hoping I.
Worked
So how
up
did
a
we get
good
to talking
sweat.
about cleaning stuff? Oh, mold.
Yeah.
Your allergies.
Yeah. This might be a conversation that even mildly preceded
Hoarding and
getting
cleaning.
recording. Right.
Yeah.
I'd asked what you were up to. And you said you were watching a hoarder show, and I'm like, yeah, I can't watch those. It just feels like it's watching somebody's mental illness be put on display. And
Yeah.
I don't like that feeling.
I suppose what I like seeing is the before and after. I mean, hopefully, even after the cleaning crew and the psychologists have left, they're able to get the help they need so that they don't find themselves in that situation again.
Oh, shit, that's a behemoth.
Ooh. It is. It looks like it's been clawing up the interior of this room for a while.
It's been trapped here, presumably.
Take the lead.
Okay, we need Tifa.
I got this. Come on.
Okay, abilities, assess.
We can
Okay. Type 0 Behemoth. Variant form of the Behemoth. They're bred and raised as Shinra lab specimens, and other monsters quake in fear at the sound of their roar. Cripple and knock down its upper or lower body. When one is knocked down, do the same to the others, stagger the beast. It will counter if attacked with spells while its horns are intact.
Oh, so it's absorbing the magic.
You're up.
Let's
It
do
uses
this.
them as a focus or a conduit.
Okay, spells. He is going to counter me, but that's okay. Ow.
Yep, that hurt.
This sucker. Hurting.
Bit by bit.
Couldn't block that one. Okay. He's poisoned though. We switch to Barret. Barrett's got prey.
This creature looks like a cross between a reptile and a cat. And a large cat.
Yeah, kinda. Wow, he just does contact damage. That's fun.
They seem to be flaming.
Oh, I see. The horns are immune to damage until both parts are down. That's fun. That's okay. Priest Barret solves problems.
Give your best.
Now these creatures seem to have a red energy. Probably counter to the life energy of the planet, which tends to
Yes.
manifest in a green-blue.
Kind of anti-Mako. Okay. Abilities. Priest Barret continue to pray. That's a Cloud or a Tifa. Star Shower. Cloud Infinity End. Tifa. Abilities. Star Shower. Upper Body.
Yeah! There! Give it up!
Tifa abilities. Dive Kick. Upper Body. There we go.
It's rolling about. Wait, are his hind legs rendered useless at this point?
Apparently. They might heal, they might not.
Want some more?
Oh, he has a steal.
Yeah, he is pretty much
I'm counting on you.
lame from the waist back. Wait, but now he's doing weird handstands
Well,
to
it
slam people?
doesn't have too much else. Okay. Abilities, steal. Got it. Failed to steal item. Damn it. Okay, upper body's back up.
I mean, the lower body's back up, yeah.
Bring it!
Abilities, steal.
Failed to steal item.
Abilities, steal. Got it.
Oh, enchanted ring.
Watch yourself!
Hang back.
Back to Priest Barrett.
Well, where was it wearing said ring? On a tiny little spine? On a tooth?
You know,
on
I
one
make
of its little
a habit of
nails?
not questioning where enemies store items because the answer is always the butthole.
What?
Come on.
For goodness sake. I mean, unless he had devoured someone with the ring and then, yeah.
Possibly, but then how did we steal it? Ow. Ow. It's fine. Nothing matters. I have Priest Barrett. Healing is free. Costs no mana. Originally I used to spec for like group healing. Then the answer is Priest Barrett solves problems. Oh. Not poisoned anymore. That's not acceptable. Ow.
Barrett.
I mean, Barrett is fine. Barrett is tanky as heck. Loud. Break. Ascension. Upper body.
Oh, chat. Behemoth was engaged. Well,
Is there even anything left? There it goes. Or not?
Want some more? Check out this shit right
is he
here.
potentially caving in the entire arena?
He definitely seems to be. There it goes.
Yeah, that's how it's done.
Well, there's 2 quests in 1. Anything else in here, or is that it?
Unless there's something in the...
Looks like that was it. Alright. What's the enchanted
Ooh.
ring do?
I like the circlet.
Oh. Extends the duration of bonus status effects. Enter battle with Berserk. Auto life breaks on use.
I think we have the Moogle Mortar, don't we?
Or
Or did you refrain from buying it?
yeah, we got the Moogle Mortar. Oh. Increases the probability enemies will drop stuff. Anyway, I'm going to give Barrett the healing coronet.
Probably wouldn't fit his neck.
No, probably not. What she got? Star Pendant? Immune to poison? Nah.
It's just too thick.
That doesn't matter anymore. Let's give her the Moogle Amulet. More items. Behemoths are cool. It was a shame they were kind of crappy in World of Final Fantasy. I was expecting they'd be stronger. But they just didn't fit my build ever. Which was a tragedy.
Wait, that was the extent of it?
Yep.
Fat Chocobo. A non-elemental entity capable of powerful physical attacks, a symbol of bountiful harvests and fertility. This gargantuan chocobo has been adored by the people of the planet since time immemorial.
I kind of liked the Final Fantasy XIV's Fat Chocobo mount. Like, this one just looks kind of sad. That one looked so poofy. I was like, I want more. I want more poof, less just corpulence. Like, there's a certain point where Chub stops being cute, and then it's just like, Oh, did I say Monster Hunter World? Your World of Final Fantasy. Brain. Return to the Doctor? No. Return to this man.
You took care of those monsters? Oh, thank you. That's one less big problem to worry about. We owe you.
I know it's tough right now, but stay strong, you hear?
You too, buddy. But hey, we're grounders. We don't break easy. I know it's not much, but take this with my thanks.
Wrecking Ball. Oh boy.
Is that something for Barrett?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he gets to have a... Oh... I've seen that used on so many... Well, I've seen that used by so many enemies. But does he get to shoot it out with a chain at the end? I'd love to see that.
That would be cool if you could just swing it around like crazy. Gotta give him some materia slots. So, looks like it's pure attack power. Which I guess makes total sense. Oh. This is actually a pretty decent thing, though.
Mm-hmm. I like it better than the claw at the very least.
Yeah, the claw was just kind of crappy. Let's see. Magic attack power, like cover HP when I'm not. Some of these are kind of okay though. Because, yeah, Bloodsucker and Stagger Siphon are not actually that good. Yeah, I guess I'll just leave it like that for the time being. Yep, whoops. Okay, Big Bertha to Wrecking Ball. It's not really something I'm normally going to go with.
Okay, so now that we've gone to the underground lab and defeated the behemoth... When I was young, I always called them Behemoth. I thought that was really cool. But no, behemoth.
I think that was actually like a thing of some debate between the two of us. Behemoth or Behemoth. Same thing with like Aegis versus, I think you called it Aegis.
I used to call it Aegis, but I've heard in a lot of games recently it's Aegis. So
I've heard Aegis and Aegis, and it's because it's an AE. Like, it used the old Greek. Was it Greek? The Greek AE?
But the weird thing about that is it could be E or I. It really depends. I just always loved the sound of Aegis. That just sounds awesome.
It's just too close to haggis.
And what is haggis?
Mutton made out of sheep intestines.
Yeah,
I believe.
but
Hurt.
The trains have
Art.
been running for days now.
Hurt.
Screw you, Avalanche! They didn't mention the Undercity. Not
I
gonna
could
make
definitely go without all the yelling of "screw you, Avalanche" every time. Oh right, next up we got to go to the sewers. Well, in that case,
Oh, did you manage to get everything I needed? Thank you. This ought to be more than enough. I can see why Aerith put her trust in you. Don't worry. I'll take it from here. You've done more than your fair share already. Here, take this. I'm betting it'll come in handy.
yeah, for the character that I don't have and won't have for a while. Okay, so time to see if we can get into the sewers via Don Corneo's place.
Really?
Which is interesting because he's missing. Hopefully,
Well, his probably the pale-haired guy is going to be there.
yeah, hopefully.
Maybe some of the other thugs. But the disgusting thing is, aside from that guy, all of the other ones were actively trying to
Where you headed?
do nasty things to Tifa and Aerith. So...
Which is probably why that guy was so, like, chill about just like, yeah, go beat him up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, weren't there 2 other vault locations? Yeah, there was the one in the collapsed tunnels, which we already got, and the one in Sector 5, so all we need is the one in the sewers. And then I think we're done. I think that's one of those... No, we might still have to bring it back, which is a bit of a shame. On Cornholios. There's no TP. There's no TP for the butthole, then there is no Cornholio. Or maybe that is the impetus. I actually have never seen Beavis and Butthead.
I think when I was a kid, I maybe caught 2 or 3 episodes, but it was so brain dead that I just couldn't handle it, even as a kid. It was kind of akin to Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy at least looked amusing, but they were rather vulgar. I don't even know if anyone remembers Ren and Stimpy.
Tons of people do. Probably more so than Beavis and Butthead. Like, I don't... Ren and Stimpy seems like the kind of thing that people still kind of remember. Like Cow and Chicken and a couple other things. And Invader Zim. Whereas... I feel like Beavis and Butthead was so niche.
No one's home.
Well, I guess we're gonna go find out. Because I don't think I have a choice.
But the one thing that reminds me of Ren and Stimpy that's popular nowadays is those scenes in SpongeBob where it zooms in.
Oh, and the super real. Well, that's because a lot of people probably.
Yeah, like if it
Moved
zooms
from
in
one to
on
the
some
other?
kind of gross detail, like it would go shift from the normal 2D animation to just a rendered illustration.
Long time no see. What brings you back here?
Well, we need to find a way to get topside as quickly as possible. And we figured Corneo ought to know one.
Is that so? In that case, I can help.
You serious? Then tell us.
Follow me.
Let's just hear him out.
Cool. Oh
So,
no.
what's the deal with the hole?
Unfinished business. If you three give me a hand with it, I'll give you what you need to get topside.
You want us to go back into the sewers with you? What's down there?
Corneo's hidey hole. That's where I'm headed.
You're not gonna try to screw us over, are you?
If that's what you think, walk away. I'll find somebody else to work with. And you'll have to find another way to get topside.
All right. We're in.
Say what?
He betrays us. He dies.
Fine by me.
He means it.
I'll tell you more after we've climbed down. When you're good to go, let me know.
Just freaking gold bars everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we don't want to go down quite yet, because I'm pretty sure that's the end of the, that's where the chapter ends. And we got a little bit left to go.
You just want to see what else is around here. Aren't we back in the murder dungeon?
I wanted to go double check it. Also, thank you, Roland Griswold, for the...
Oh, wait, someone's down here? Watch it be Corneo.
Hi?
No, someone else.
Oh.
One of the guys.
Help somebody! Huh? You mother... I mean... Hey there. Would you mind helping me out? I'm kind of in a bind, as you can see.
Really? I didn't want to help this dude. He's a creep.
Thanks, you guys. Man, these jerks from Shinra showed up out of nowhere. Accused me of leaking information and called me useless. And well, the rest is history. Well, anyway, thanks for helping me out. Peace out!
Gross. Oh, but you got a materia for it.
Hmm.
Just chakra. You're having Oreos already?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, that's true.
I was assuming Leslie had, was it Leslie?
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
I was assuming he had locked up Corneo in the basement or something.
Well, he may have been taken by Shinra since that guy said that Shinra locked him up in there. Where are the other rooms?
Okay. Well, I don't think there's anything left. So we want to go down.
You guys ready? Okay. Follow me.
There were still other rooms,
Seriously,
you know.
what's the deal with the hole?
We already looted those.
It's a trap for the Don's enemies.
What?
No one's ever gotten out alive. Well, until recently, that is.
But wasn't there the first floor and
We
the
found the
lobby
chest
and-
in the back in the first floor, and there was nothing else, like no other openable doors. And then the other side chambers we'd already been in
mm-hmm.
when we were attacking the manor. I think we still get another chance though, like to explore, so I can check it out before the chapter is done.
Okay.
What's up?
I might have to cut my nails.
Eh. There's one right there.
You are gonna hold up your end of the bargain, right?
Long as you hold up yours. Yeah.
I don't trust you and I don't like you. So if you so much as breathe in a suspicious way,
I'll turn that face of yours into a honeycomb.
I'd save your bullets for the monsters if I were you. Some are a lot tougher than you'd think. Hate to say it, but I can barely take them on my own. You, on the other hand, shouldn't have any trouble. Am I right?
Let's get this over with.
I mean, it'll be a honeycomb. It'll just be a very flat honeycomb. It is kind of amusing that Barrett's threat is mildly mitigated by the current weapon I got equipped.
Head for the trunk line. It marks the border with Sector 7. You three lead the way. I'll follow a short distance behind.
I like Leslie's outfit. I like his hat. But that's because it's like my hat. Oh, this place got messed up.
Well, that creature barreled through it.
Oh. No, I think a lot of this is actually just ruin from the city falling. Like, this was definitely not this messed up earlier.
I won't lose.
What do these guys weak to? Fire. Spells. Fire.
Burn. See ya.
Okay. Swift fire should take him out.
Don't come back.
Let's see. Way up here? It's too dark for me to see the ladder. Let's see. And that's just boxes over there. Which at this point I don't care about. Hello? I think we already got this one. Right,
we
the
did.
oppressed. What's up, Shell?
Chocolate.
Oh. Oh, we should have bought pretzels or something.
Yeah, pretzels would be good.
Pretzels and Nutella. I haven't had that in ages. Well, next time.
Yeah, that's the one thing I miss. Usually when we go out shopping, we have a shopping list of things that we want and need, but now that you have to order online, well, you don't have to, but we would prefer to order and then just pick up or have it delivered. But when you go shopping at a store, I mean, I know it's part of the appeal of shopping, but
I'm coming for you.
you always have to pass so many other things, and you go, oh, maybe I would like this, or maybe I would like that, and then you end up getting more than you normally would because you didn't have to actively search for it. It was there in front of you, if you know what I mean.
Do they have unique frog models for everybody? Does the Barrett frog? Yeah, the Barrett frog is bigger.
Oh yeah, look at him. He looks more like a toad.
The frog.
Oh look, and the Tifa one was black and white. So it's kind of like their outfits, actually, except for some reason Cloud is green when he should have been a dark navy blue.
Yeah. Oh, right. I should probably switch to Barrett to focus on his weapon. I forget these things.
Check this shit out.
Okay.
You think you can take me on?
Smackdown.
Don't say I didn't want it.
Look at these.
It's funny how we can't get a hold of rice, but we can get a hold of rice pudding.
Probably because it's
That it?
a different supply chain.
Oh, of course, but also people use rice for so many dishes, and rice pudding is a dessert.
Gonna send you around the world and back.
Smackdown. This is not the most precise
Don't stop
battering
now.
system, but that's okay. Where are you, Craft? It is time for Smackdown. I wonder if there's some, like, wholesaler site that I could go through. Specifically for flour and rice.
Oh, you gon' feel
so I could order those things kind of preemptively. Well,
Worked up a
not
good
preemptively, but like, I don't know.
Oh, well, you mean you would want to put in a hold?
Yeah, like if I could just get a 25-pound bag of white rice at some point in the next like couple months, I'd be pretty cool with that. Ideally, the next couple weeks. I can't imagine the supply chains are that limited. I'm just assuming people are still.
Remember when we used to go shopping at Asian grocery stores and we'd see the giant rice bags? And we'd think, we never need that much rice, right?
Yeah.
Don't say I didn't.
Now I'm kind of like, oh, maybe. Well, we'll see where the world is in a week or two.
Oh, look at that crab classic.
But it's about to get real.
I know the crab classic is not crab, but it makes me think of crab. Crab classic.
Hey, Spirit.
All set.
Asshole!
Taking over.
Cloud. Spells. Thundara.
Calling lightning.
Spells. Fire.
No escape. Just like that.
Whiz Cloud is a weird
Okay.
I got
weird
Cloud?
concept to me. The fact using Cloud as a caster.
Oh.
I'm just not used to it.
Do you
never
still
did.
use your sword moves then? Or no?
Kind of. The interesting thing is you actually
Because
still
I always
do a
liked
decent
battle
amount of...
mages as a subtype. When you're fully capable of holding your own in melee combat, but have a lot of enhancements to your weapons that are elemental or have magical abilities.
Yeah, I like the idea of sword mages. I
Y'all
think
done did
it
it now.
depends.
Suck on this.
Come on.
He's sleepy. No.
Good luck.
What are these things weak to?
My turn.
Plus, are apparently weak to
Thunder?
no, ice.
Ice.
Guess
you
that kinda
can
makes
cast
sense.
Thunder. Okay.
Unfortunately, I think Tifa's the one with.
She might. Yeah, she might have ice or.
Yeah,
Nothing
I don't
to
think
it.
it matters too much. I'll just keep using Cloud as I have been using. We might not always have the elemental weakness equipped, so I might switch around at some point so he just has every spell, so I can just.
I would
abuse
just have it that every
weaknesses.
party member
Has one.
has different elements.
Thing is, this gives Cloud a much higher damage bonus
Ah.
because his magic stat is so much higher.
Hit him hard and fast.
Sounds good.
Get your ass out of here. Ooh.
I guess there's a reason why I want to play Barret here.
Bingo.
Free healing. Thank you, Barret Priest. Why is the man with the gun the healer? All right, that's good enough.
Huh. And don't come back.
Okay. Don't recommend buying rice in one big bag. Never know whether the bag has any rice bug in it.
That's
fair.
I've never heard of rice bugs. What do they look like?
No idea.
Well, because I know that
The
there are
mark
such
of
things as
Avalanche.
flower bugs.
Jesse and Big stashed a skeleton key down here.
I never got the chance to thank them for what they did.
Tifa.
Let's just keep moving, okay?
Hate to interrupt, but the trunk line's just through that door. The one over there?
Yeah, we heard you.
Wait, did we get a suggestion for a wholesaler nearby? Oh, I see. Huh. I didn't realize the Bob's Red Mill brand that we keep buying is actually local.
Maybe we'll have to look.
Yeah, like you can actually go to their factory and just buy from them directly. So that's how people have been getting flour.
About time.
This way. There should be a door with Corneo's mark on it around here somewhere.
So, what was it? Yeah, I first discovered about the flower bugs when, going back to the whole cleaning out the basement thing, I was going through some plastic containers that had old arts and crafts projects in them. And one of them, I suppose I'll let the cutscene go.
Wasn't this locked before?
Your time to shine. Clear the path ahead, would you?
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? Why did you help us out before? You could have lost everything.
Andrea, you told me to.
That really it?
And I couldn't bring myself to let it happen again.
Huh?
It doesn't matter. Let's go.
Does he have a sister or girlfriend or someone
just
else that
he saw it
he's
happen?
seen it happen so many times with other girls? Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, it's very clear that everybody except for Don Corneo in this isn't actually evil. Just
the
Won't take long.
the announcers and those.
okay, you're right, but no, I'm talking about like Sam and the
Well, because
You're
Sam,
mine.
he's just raising chocobos and transporting people about, and he likes tinkering with machines. And then the
Calling fire. Going
massage
in.
lady, I
think she
don't
was
know.
just greedy. So, like, maybe she's a little eviler than I'm giving her credit for, but it definitely didn't feel like she was strictly bad.
And also, Andrea seems to be all about
Wait.
self-love and improvement. And beauty and stuff like that.
He said wait.
We're getting close to Corneo's hideout. From here on, I'll take the lead.
But yeah, so I was looking through one of the boxes and I had an old face mask that I had made out of paper mache. However, my paper mache recipe that I would use for all my costumes was just Elmer's glue mixed with water. But I think it was something at a Girl Scout get together or something, but I suppose back in the day people used to use flour in their mache, and I never liked the feeling of that mache. But we had made these cute animal masks and mine was a snow leopard. But I open up the bin and where the snow leopard mask would have been, it was just partially eaten and falling apart.